Chapter 2, From Home to Orphanage. The days that followed the tragic accident were a blur for Nikita. She moved through them like a ghost, her heart heavy with grief. The once cozy house, now eerily silent, served as a constant reminder of the family she had lost. Nikita's uncle, a man with a sly smile and calculating eyes, appeared shortly after the funeral. He had always been a distant relative, seldom seen at family gatherings, and Nikita barely knew him. But now, he was here, taking charge of the family's affairs. In the eyes of the law, he was the closest living relative, and he used this to his advantage. In a matter of days, Nikita's world unraveled further. Her uncle, driven by greed and selfishness, seized control of the family's property and assets. The house she had grown up in, the garden that had once been filled with laughter, and all the cherished memories, they were all taken from her. Nikita was left with nothing, her life's foundation shattered, her future uncertain. It was her uncle's decision to send Nikita to an orphanage, a place she had never imagined herself being. The thought of being separated from her home, her memories, and the familiar surroundings was overwhelming. The orphanage was a stark contrast to the warmth and comfort of her family home. It was a cold and unfamiliar place, with rows of identical beds and large, dimly lit rooms. The other children, some friendly and some aloof, were now her new companions. The matron, a stern woman with a permanent scowl, ran a tight ship, and discipline was enforced with an iron hand. At first, Nikita faced many difficulties in adjusting to her new surroundings. She missed her mother's comforting meals and her father's soothing lullabies. She longed for the playful banter with her little brother and the warmth of their family conversations. The orphanage was devoid of these simple pleasures, and it felt like an alien world. But as the days turned into weeks, Nikita started to form connections with the other children. She discovered that they, too, had their own stories of loss and resilience. They became her companions, her confidants in this unfamiliar place. The orphanage began to feel less cold, less alien, and more like a new home, albeit a reluctant one.